We are visiting the Pokemon Ranger headquarters in Beale Beach City, here to meet our father, the Ranger Chief, because the game will not allow us to challenge the next gym until after we do so. Now that we've arrived, he's stammering through the, "Oh right, I do have a son, don't I?" monologue.
You understand, I went out for milk and never came back. Hey, how's that neighbor boy doing?
Aha, an emergency letter from the nuclear power plant. Can't have our old man getting too comfortable during this reunion. Hey, I know this is sudden, but would you mind going to the place where your mother disappeared in a horrific Chernobyl-like incident all those years ago? I don't want to go myself. Yeah, sure, Dad. And that's seriously it. Go ahead, go to that place. Better get to at least go splunking or something during this.
But first...
Quick disclaimer, in a franchise where random number generation and thus chance dictate the winners of the highest levels of competitive play, it is worth mentioning, gambling is bad. A little surprised that the casino was even included because modern generations tend to disregard it. I'll have to remember that this is where the lotto drawing takes place and do some extra wonder trading to up my chances. I do wonder if the Pokemon lottery is synced in modern games, because the mystery gift Pokemon matching would mean that everyone's matches. Oh, immediately upon coming through here, we're getting stopped by this guy, and he makes a nod to the fact that Pokemon fights are basically gambling anyway. I mean, it's not wrong. And he has no reason to stop us, and that they have rare Pokemon as prizes here. Okay, we're given the coin case, and usually at least a couple of the NPCs in here will give you some free starter coin. 20 Pokédollars per coin, that's pretty standard. That's the big thing with these Game Corner prizes, is that you don't ever actually need to play the mini-games, you could just outright buy the prizes. But do they have anything worthwhile in store for us? Barand is that little sea serpenty dragon thing with the hand for a tail. I don't know what Tracton is yet, but it is on the Porygon price tier, meaning the Game Corner is probably the only place to acquire it. We have some sort of UFO or meteorite, TM07, which I don't know how they have the numbers mapped in this game yet, and Dramsamite, which I think implies Mega Evolution. Theo's journal had implied Mega Evolution as well, I just didn't see an actual item for it, so I guess we do have the Mega Bracelet in this region. The older gentleman in the bottom right corner here gave us 100 coins, and the girl in the top left says that they have Voltorb Flip here. Voltorb Flip is a weird hybrid of Minesweeper and Sudoku. It's pretty okay, I guess. It was incorporated as a minigame to avoid encouraging gambling in children. The girl had said that it's a pretty low-stakes minigame, and I believe that's because you don't actually lose anything except what you've earned in your session. That is to say, all that you could possibly lose is what you are potentially about to win, not from your actual pool of coins, thence not gambling. The number next to the Voltorb is how many Voltorbs are in that row or column. Voltorbs count as a 0. The number above the Voltorb line is the sum of that row or column. In order to win the game, you need to flip over everything that is not a 1 or a Voltorb. A Voltorb is a loss, and 1s just don't do anything. You don't actually need to mark where the Voltorbs are, although you can. It just doesn't stop you from accidentally flipping them. Once all of the 2s and 3s are flipped, you go on to the next board. There is an algorithm to solve the game, however, it still boils down to games of chance on many boards, where you just have to take a coin flip and hope that it's not a Voltorb. The game is low stakes, but it's also low payout. And if you hit a Voltorb, you get nothing. I feel like Minesweeper clones are pretty common as minigames. I'm guessing most of you know how to play Minesweeper already, but have you also had to teach your friends how to play Minesweeper for the sake of some other video game incorporating the mechanics, or is that just me? It's not that I mind teaching people how to play Minesweeper, it's just that, is it that hard? It just seems relatively intuitive to me. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and the numbers tell you how many of the mines are directly next to you. Alright, we cleared a board and got 32 coins. Did I need 9,000 or 99,000 coins for Trawpint? Easy come, easy go. $72 coins for level 2, that's not bad. Realistically, come endgame, you're probably better off just using an amulet coin through Victory Road Trainers and or the Elite Four, and then buying your coins. But we're not at the late game yet. I got like twice as many coins for clearing board 2. If I can clear a couple of tier 3 boards, I might be doing okay in terms of progression towards a prize, but I don't know how long I want to stick around here. I had really just poked my head into the resort to see what's going on here before I left for the power plant. I don't really think there were any prizes worth redeeming for less than 1,000 coins, and at the rate we're going it would take quite a while to get 1,000 coins. Just gonna breeze through a bunch of these attempts here, but I spent a while down in the game corner playing Voltorb Flip. Once you hit the level 3 boards, it becomes a lot less consistent, because there are more coin flips that you have to pass on the board. 9,999 coins. That's what we need for Trawpint, whatever that is. Let's say I've been here for a half hour. I have 435 coins. 100 of those were freely given to me, so in 30 minutes I made 345 coins. That's about 700 coins an hour, which means I would need to spend another 13 and a half or so hours playing Voltorb Flip in order to get Trawpint. At least with the luck I've been having. We're gonna not do that right now. Back along the route to enter Beale Beach City, we had run into a sailor on the docks who mentioned something about the nuclear power plant and kind of just laughed us off earlier. We're gonna go back to him and hope that that's how we get over to the power plant we're supposed to be at. It appears that not only is this our ride, but also Theo wants to come along with. Oh, Theo's dad is the electrician, that makes sense. So, my ranger father wishes for me to explore the location where my mother vanished, which is still full of radioactive puppies. Well, I guess it's good that they're not just enslaving electric types as generators. Nuclear power definitely comes with risk, though. Unusually aggressive. I wonder if that means the encounter rate in this area is raised. Though it sounds loosely like shadow Pokemon mechanics from Colosseum and XD. Halfly. It's a half-life berry. I wonder if they'll only grow in the semi-irradiated soil over here, or if I can plant them anywhere. Pokemon are turning into Fallout ghouls. Oh, I wasn't very far off with the Chernobyl dog joke then. That is a radioactive Tancoon. Rage is super effective? They're weak to No, wait. Are they just weak to everything because they're unstable? Alright, we're gonna name it Tan Nuke, and that wasn't a separate Pokedex entry, so it's just a different form for Tancoon, I guess. With everything being super effective, this is actually a pretty good spot to train, assuming the EVs work out how you want. Alright, nuclear type, not radioactive type, and also I apparently need to use the mouse, to my knowledge, to get to these menus. I don't think anything on my controller is mapped in order to be able to get here. I don't think that I like that they're giving me a revive here. Boss battle music intensifies. But actually, I do quite enjoy the background music in this area thus far. Theo's dad is the boss. Everyone calls him Cam, but this worker feels like he doesn't know anything about him. Is that workplace banter, just feeling like you don't really know your coworkers, or is that foreshadowing? Theo's dad definitely has anime protagonist hair. It could be anime antagonist hair. Also, the scientist thinks it's sus that the area was declared radiation-free. I'm also calling it sus because these Pokemon seem pretty radioactive. Oh boy, we caught a nuke dowel. I guess I swapped to Jonathan for the super effective magnitude, seeing as we are intimidated anyway. 10? I never roll a 10. That should be a one-hit KO. Alright, Ted at level 23. Ooh, the Psychic Snake is also a nuclear type. I'm gonna switch where Rage and Takedown are located in my move list so I could just spam click through to use Takedown. I know I'm doing urban exploration near the abandoned nuclear power plant, but what are all these other people doing here? $24. I'm stuck. It's Cam. Okay. He suggested that I go heal, but I think I'm just gonna wing it for now. I'm pretty high health. Usually there's indicators before something weird's about to happen. Plant is slated for demolition soon. Cameron just got done saying that he couldn't find anything when he searched this place. So why 10 feet from the door is a scattered portion of a journal from the Cinnabar Island lab? I get it's not the most legible thing, but this seems like something that's noteworthy. Implied codename for the 92nd iteration of a project using something to do with biofiber? What? And by what, I mean like what are lab research journals doing in a power plant? Unless their original goal was to create nuclear Pokemon to use instead of their standard electric type Pokemon as power sources. But more importantly, what? How did you not see this directly in front of the door? Something is just super off about this whole situation. At least the fights are quick. Everything seems to be a one-hit KO with the takedown. Also, there's a locked door in here. Why? Who locked the door? Did Cameron already explore the other side of this door? Wild encounter rate does seem pretty high. I might start using some repels. I wonder if repels even work against these irradiated angry Pokemon. You know, I'm now wondering if they made the most common of field mice in this region a partial electric type because they were planning on irradiating it anyway, or if they became slightly electric types because they were irradiated. Which came first? I mean, if you get a bunch of hamster wheels, you don't even need an electric type. You could just stick the normal chipmunks on them and have them keep running. Alright, the reports are saying that they were doing MRIs and brain scans to see how presumably the irradiated Pokemon were reacting to things, or whatever their experimentation subject was. And I say whatever it was because I think it was X and Y that canonized that humans in this universe are partially Pokemon. I mean, Bill turned himself into a Clefairy. If we're playing around with nuclear radiation and Pokemon and humans are in the room, who knows what they're doing. Okay, someone with the doctor title was given access at the moments of critical failure, and we also have a rusty key, presumably to that door that was locked. Our character's mother was a doctor, right? Looks like she might have been doing some unethical experimentation, at the very least dangerous. But again, these lab reports that we're finding, it's weird that Cameron didn't pick them up, unless he left them here for us to find. Oh, I can't use an escape rope here. Guess we gotta run our way out. Definitely want to go and heal properly before I open up that locked door. I want Ted at full move PP.
Hey, I thought of something even funnier than 24.
You know, Roost might be worth taking if only to counteract the damage I do to myself with Takedown, and later Double Edge. Does Dunsparce normally learn Roost, though? I think I'm gonna drop Rage. It's got diminishing returns. I need to tank hits in order to gain strength, and Takedown just does triple what it does up front. While I'm here, I'm going to sell off some of my excess items to make room for stuff I get from pickup. Seeing as I had a stack of 99 repels before I started selling them, we are going to start using some of these repels just to get ourselves back to where we want to be faster, because the wild encounter rate is ridiculous over here. Able to generate limitless energy. I feel like they're trying to solve cold fusion, but using living things. Alright, but let's go see what's behind that locked door. I can see another lab report. A breach and a relocation. Whatever experimentation was going on here got moved to a different power plant, didn't it? Can I just hit B and come back for this input? I want to see if there's... No, okay, trying to cancel counts as breaking something. Although I wonder if this is an illusion of choice anyway. Does it really matter what I chose? I mean, we definitely pissed off something that's big and radioactive. Well, I think I know what it's planning on trying to do to me. Though I wonder if I can catch this thing, whatever it is. Is this what the little psychic snake Kostraw evolves into? Okay, Confuse Ray is pretty annoying, but at the same time, Ted has pretty good defense. He's kinda bulky, despite having decent attack too. He doesn't do too much damage to himself. Though Sludge, that might be a problem. Okay, Confuse Ray, Sludge, Mega Drain. Weird combination of attacks. Wasn't the base form like Poison Psychic? And also Acid. At least Acid doesn't do too much damage. Pretty bulky too. It's got like half health after one of these stab takedowns. Granted, Ted's a little underleveled, but it's super effective. I'm glad I have all these extra healing items. That actually wasn't even too hard to catch. Though outside of all of the pickup Pokemon, do I have access to Ultra Balls at this point? You know, it does kind of look like Birdo. This one's green. Do I just name it Yoshi? Yeah, I think we're gonna name it Yoshi. The radiation makes me woozy, but they said the area was radiation-free. I guess we're blacking out here. Well, it seems I've survived the depths of a nuclear power plant, if only barely. Did the wild Pokemon... Man, of course they attacked me! Alright, I'll catch you all in the next one.